There's life before breathwork and there's life after. We're on a mission to make the benefits of breathwork the standard for the globe. Here at Coherence, we're on a movement to get 1 billion people to breathe in sync, to raise collective consciousness, to raise the floor of our collective nervous system. Hi, I'm Lucas. I am the host of the school community for the Coherence movement. And with the help of AI, I made a little presentation just to cue you in on what we are doing here. So we are on a mission, as I said, to get 1 billion people to breathe in sync. Now, this is no small feat, and I'm making this video because I need your help. We need your help. This is a collective effort. But to those who are called, if you're here, if you're seeing this, then you are probably sick and tired of being sick and tired of how things are run. You're ready for the world to change, starting with yourself. You're ready to change yourself. This is our approach of doing that in a way that we are in coherence, that we are aligned, that we are moving together as a team 21st century humanity in coherence, rather than in our own isolated ways. So we are raising collective consciousness, one breath at a time. What's the deal here? Most movements ask you to believe in something. This one asks you to breathe. Breathing unites all of us. Doesn't matter your race, the color of your face, where you live, what you believe, what your values are. Doesn't matter your socioeconomic status. When we're breathing, when we're at that level, then we are the same. And it's not just humans, it's our world as a whole. Your dog, your cat, your pets, the trees. Breath is the great equalizer. It's the great unifier of what it means to be alive here on Earth. And so that's the level that we're going at, beneath ideology. This is just about life itself. Now, the why. We are raising collective consciousness by syncing breath and intention across the planet. The world, at least in my lifetime, is more stressed, fractured, reactive, tired than ever before. And my own personal life is also a reflection of this. But through my journeys, I have found that the breath is the fastest way back to presence, back to choice, back to coherence. The breath is inherently present here and now. Where is the breath that you breathed 2 minutes ago? Where is the breath that you're going to breathe in 5 minutes? It doesn't exist. The breath is here in this moment. And so, yeah, there have been so many atrocities happening in the past. There's going to be so much crap that comes at us in the future. But what we have truly is this moment, here and now. And when we cannot act from that state of reactivity, when we can really be conscious about what we are choosing, how we are moving forward, then I truly believe that we have the best of wills for each other. We want each other to succeed. We want us to thrive. We want us to be fulfilled and successful. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space is our power to choose. And in that choice is our freedom and our responsibility and everything that we can be. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space is a breath. And you get to choose if that breath is conscious or not. We're here to make that breath conscious and connected. So, our approach at this, with the Coherence movement, getting 1 billion people to breathe in sync to raise collective consciousness, is that every single day we queue up at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Central Time, and we breathe in sync for 5 minutes. Now, this is something special because it's not just we're breathing at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. It's our breaths are literally lined up, and you can join for free using the web browser, coherencebreath.com, or through the Coherence app. You will see a difference. Like, breathwork is amazing, but breathing in sync, breathing with others, it brings our awareness inwards, but then also concurrently outwards as well. This isn't just for you, but you're not alone. You're part of something greater than yourself. And this is the most real, the most intimate way to really feel that. So, why together? When people coordinate breath, something shifts. It becomes a shared field, not a solo habit. Shared rhythm, shared intention, shared coherence. Thank you, AI, for putting this together. I just wanted to whip up some visuals so you're not just looking at this face. But yeah, it's incredible. You know, there's research being done at the HeartMath Institute where they have people who small groups of people who are in high coherence. They're very like breathing together. They're actually in this state of like, okay, I'm gonna heal or be healed. And they have shown that when these groups are together in a non-random, scientifically statistical validation, that they influence random number generators around the world with some degree of verification. So essentially, they showed that just our intention, just our coherence, just our physical state is enough to create significant shifts in the technological world, if you will. And it's just like, is this just some woo-woo BS? Well, think about it. Like when you walk into a room, you can sense the vibe, right? So it's not just all vibes, but yeah, there is something to that. You walk into a room, you know there was just a fight there. You walk into a room, the vibes are good, the energy is good. We don't just communicate through our words, we don't just communicate through our logic and reasoning. There's all this body language, there's all this somatic expression, there's all this co-regulation that's happening. And so like, of course, you're part of something greater than yourself. So community. Community is the growth engine. So we have the Coherence app. It is the best breathwork app on the market. Like I have tried a ton. I've been in breathwork for years. This app is just incredible, not only because it teaches you how to like different breathing patterns, but it also brings it into your day, right? Breath is one of those tools that you can use at any time, any place, any situation, switch to any state. I was taught my ABCs, my one, two, threes, the date of the Treaty of Versailles, but no one ever taught me how to breathe and taught me how to implement it into my life. This app does that. However, the community, when you join the app, you get access to the community, and you can also join the community if you don't have the app, and we'll get you on the app eventually. But the community is where the stories happen. This is where we give the movement, the meaning, the momentum, the trust. This is where we connect human to human in those vocal ways through our stories, through these shared experiences. So we're not just breathing together, but we are also relating with each other because we need connection. We need to see each other. We need to kind of be intentional about what we want for this next century, for the generations beyond us, for our own lives. That happens through conversation. So your story is how this movement becomes real. If you're seeing this, you've probably had some sort of experience with breathwork, or maybe you've just heard about breathwork and you're in for a very great treat, an amazing treat. Either way, I want to hear your story where you are at, because you never know whose life you can change with your story. You don't know who you're going to influence. And it's not up to you to decide. But if you are restricting or not sharing your story, then like why are you taking that away from someone? You know? So I would love to hear your sort of experience. If coherence has helped you, share what changed, share what noticed, share what you're learning. Um, Here's another thing. It's like most of our life-changing aspects or things spread through a friend. It's through those casual conversations. It's through community. Like, yeah, ads are cool and all, but like really those shifts, it happens through these just like conversations where maybe you get a little bit vulnerable. Maybe you're just sharing something real, sharing something of value. And like, I'm so gung-ho about this because I've gotten so much value from this already, and we are just getting started. So I want to hear more from you. I want this to be really a group effort because it is a group effort. Reality is just catching up with us. So to incentivize you sharing and engaging in the community, AI did not do so well with this orb placement here, but that's all right. It's done pretty good overall. So February, top 3 people on the leaderboard in school, and I will drop a link to the school community. The top 3 people will get as a prize 3 months of the Coherence app for free. Now, if you already have the app, you can give it to a family or a friend, family member or a loved one or a friend. But I mean, this is really about creating that experience, like life after breath work. Like you've gotten some value from breath work. This is about sharing it with someone else and like putting them on. And since it is something about like valuable, they will remember you and positively associate you in their minds. It's incredible to give. It's incredible to be generous, and this is a great way that you can do it. Win in the process. on many different levels. So so yeah, it's just a great opportunity. We would love to share this because we want the world to breathe. We want to give someone that life after breath work. So yeah, post in the community would be great. And there are prizes. As I mentioned earlier, this is just the start. So currently, our record of people breathing in sync is 36. We have 36. Now, February 17th, we're having our first internal grand global sync where we're going to break that record. We're going to have more than 36 people breathing in sync. We're going to hit 50. Maybe we hit 100. But the point is, this is like an internal sync essentially. Also, there will possibly be an app update, and the developers have been working very like night and day grinding it out, and it's impressive. It's got some cool features. You don't want to miss this. Essentially, this is our first sort of sync just to kind of get things moving a little bit more. We had one in January 1st where we hit this 36 number. We're going to have one in February. We're going to hit 50, maybe 100. And then we move on to our first big one is going to be March 20th, spring equinox, 9 a.m. Central Time. These things are going to be 10 minutes because we already have all these people here. And so we're just going to ramp that up a little bit. As well, there's going to be a video call, a live video call, so we can also see each other for these special syncs. Now, why the equinox? We believe in rhythms, in the natural rhythms here, and just as your body has the breath, you follow the rhythm of the breath, the earth also has the rhythms, right? The spring equinox is when the light and the dark are exactly balanced. And so it's a transition point. We say January 1st is the new year, but if you think about it, the earth really goes into this season of flourishing, of revitalizing, of the flowers coming up and the sun coming out and the critters and animals, everyone's waking up from hibernation. That's when the earth sort of wakes up. And so this is sort of a new year sync for the earth. So it's a symbolic new start to growth. Now, there's going to be people outside of our communities too. And so we really expect this one to be blown out of the water. We're going to have hundreds, plural, possibly thousands. From then on, we move. We got 36 now, then hundreds, then thousands, then millions, then a billion people breathing in sync. What would Earth feel like if a billion nervous systems practice coherence together? I'm going to leave that as an exercise for the reader, you. So yes, we have our spring equinox sync, and then we are also going to have a summer solstice sync. That'll be July 20th, July 21st, when the sun is at its zenith, and we expect to have some big names during that sync as well. But like I said, it really doesn't matter how famous you are, how much money you have, who you are. Like every breath counts, every person counts. You count, and that's what we're getting at here. You count. So, for you, little action item here. Join the daily syncs. Start to experience already what it's like. 9 a.m., 9 p.m. Central Time in the app or through the browser. Join the school community. Share your story. And then also you can invite people. I would love if we could get 100 people. Break that record. Blow that record out of the water for the February internal sync. So show up February 17th in the morning. We got 9 a.m. in the morning. There will also be a live call. We like it in the morning because then it's for the US and for Europe and Australia if you're really determined, which we would love to have you there too. But let's break some records. One breath together on purpose. I'm excited. Like, really, I am super excited about what we can do here. Get a little eye contact here so you know that I am genuinely about this. I care about this. I care about you. I care about humanity because when I look at someone, I see my own reflection and I know that whatever I'm doing, it's affecting people around the world and whatever they're doing, it's affecting me. Earth is this one closed ecosystem for now, right? And so we need to kind of take a holistic approach to it. And I think that the only way that that happens is if we really treat everyone with dignity and if we are able to change the world by changing ourselves. The breath is the easiest, quickest, most effective, fastest way to shift your state on demand. I would love to take one breath together with you. So, if you will, to close out this video, let all the air out of your lungs. Take a full big breath. Let that go. And I'll see you February 17th, spring equinox, summer solstice. Let's get it.